It's so clean. Look how clean this is. Don't you just want to have sex on top of this very clean altar? You're like, where's all your stuff? Well, it's out in the kitchen. Because we got some other cleaning to do. Let's go bug some cats. Hello, Miss Piper. Are you sniffing the camera? Look at that little nostril go. Is she a little crazy beast? This one, Mr. Whiskers, wants to go outside. Remember we told you last time the internet doesn't love you because you don't do anything worth being loved for? I'm just kidding. I love you. And you. Just... Well, you're now just sniffing the phone. We're just getting really close to Miss Pippers here. Look at that eyeball. Do you want to go outside? Okay, we have to let him outside. I'll be back. You're all like, where's all your stuff? Well, it's all here. There's a lot of crap. We're gonna talk about this. Give me a few more bleeps and we're gonna get to it, okay? But all of my stuff, my altar, is literally right here. And I've got one book of shadows, one that I use for petition paper, journals, another book of shadows, 5,000 spells that I can choose from, right? Like, who needs to come up with their own magics? Some spirit candles. We've got our spirit incense. Yes, we're going to be dealing with the oil of the dead in the next video or some video at some point. We have a green. This one actually smells like apples. Like, I shit you not, it actually smells like apples. You're like, we know where you got this candle from. No, you don't. So then we've got, these used to be crystals. They're still kind of, I just let the wax build up. Like, I'm like, I don't care anymore. Like, no one cares. Then we've got things that need to be washed, but we don't care about that. So then we've got, I don't even know what this herb is, but it's something in white sage. I can't remember, but it smells good. And then under this one, we have our road opener stuff. So I gotta put all of this back on the altar, and then I will catch up with you guys and we will talk about this. Look at this. Look at this. You're like, ooh, we can already read that. Look at this. Look how nasty this is. Girl. Oh, wow. Okay, focus. 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 There we go. No, you're not gonna focus properly. I wanted to show you the bottom. There we go. Maybe that's better. Look, a little tree is growing in there. That is not a tree. Anyways, more bleeps. Gotta go. See, this is what a witch's altar should look like. It's clean, it's organized, there's no crap anywhere. We've got herbs that we're drying, we've got crystals, we've got god and goddess candles, we've got, they're not actually god and goddess candles, but you get the idea. And we've got spirit candles, we've got a working candle over there that we've got to eventually open and use. We're gonna talk about this as soon as we get done with all these goddamn bleeps. And we're going to eventually work with this. But this is what my altar usually looks like. Clean, organized, and pristine, like a real witch's altar. Okay, we're done being an idiot on the internet. But I did finally clean my altar, so you should be proud of me. And yes, we have to get to this oil of the dead today at some point. I don't know where the camera is. Can you see? Please, God, when I edit this, allow you to see this. Anyways, so our oil of the dead is turning out really nicely, but we still have more stuff to do. So we'll get to part 2 today, or I'll record it today and you'll see it at some point. Anyways, today is Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday or is it Tuesday? It's gotta be Wednesday because I just had the best afternoon of my life. You know those afternoons where you don't leave your bed, right? Because your husband's home or your boyfriend's around or your buddy is here. You know how it goes, right? Just don't leave your bed. Anyways, so I want to talk about this because I had concerns and we did candle reading and stuff like that on it. Now, I'm really hoping you can see this. On the inside, it's very clear. I mean, at the bottom, I don't know if you can see at the bottom there, but at the bottom, there's a bunch of herbs and just black ash, and that means nothing. Up here, it's very, very black. okay? Now, this could be attributed to a couple of things if you didn't do any divination. So when these candles start to burn, if you don't trim the wick back before lighting it, that flame inside can get really large and it can scorch the glass around here. As it starts to travel down, the glass will clear up. Now, if you're doing divination and you're getting the energy off of here, like I was, it basically means that, okay, something is blocking us epically and we're gonna take care of it. And then I did that candle reading. It was like, okay, something's coming to me. It wasn't clear what. I did have an interview yesterday on Tuesday. Again, I don't know when this video is gonna go out, but I did have an interview, and as I stated in my previous video linked in the description, this interview was really kind of awkward and just kind of felt like a first date after being married for 20 years, right? So it was just kind of awkward, but I expect more interviews and more potential jobs that want to hire me to come forward now that we've essentially just kind of said, okay, let's stop what we're doing, backtrack, kind of take a look around us, see what the hell's going on, and just kind of backtrack and get ourselves back on track. And I think the reason that there's a lot of blackness up here is because of the whole just the mindset and the mood and the attitude that I was in when I started this. It was just, I was just very angry with how things ended at a previous job. And I think that really played out here, was a major blockage for me to work through, to deal with, and we managed to do that. So how would you, what do you do with this now? Like, okay, your candles burned down, what do you do with this now? Well, I throw it in the garbage. There's nothing else you can do with this. You wouldn't want to wash it. You wouldn't want to reuse it because it's a one-time specific type of intention thing in there. So, I mean, you wouldn't want to quote unquote recycle this in the, I think it's 5 R's or something, where it's like one of them's reuse. So you wouldn't want to reuse this. You would want to recycle it, but you wouldn't want to reuse it. People bury these, people will break up the glass, put it in a jar, throw it in the river. Don't do that, okay? It's one thing to throw something like this in the river. I don't suggest you do that, but you get my point, right? Like, I don't know. However you want to dispose of this, I can't judge you, but I just throw them out, okay? So I really wanted to talk about how this candle burned down. Now, when it did get down to here, it did kind of erupt in there, and I did cover this and put it out because at that point, it's just oil and herbs and a little bit of wax down here. And because this is sitting on a glass table, I didn't want either this to crack or the glass underneath to crack due to the heat, okay? So this is like, what, part 20 of this? No, I think it's like part 4. And I hope that you guys learned something and were able to follow along, and that there was some kind of information here. And yes, that's my dishwasher because we're missing a few tools on my altar that is in the dishwasher. So just calm down. And you're like, honey, they're cast iron. We'll stick them in the stove afterwards covered in grease, okay? Like, let's get real here. Anywho, so I hope that you guys did manage to learn something and that this was somewhat entertaining for you and somewhat educational for you. And we will work on this one in the next video, and we've got to get this guy going again. This guy is still usable. Don't open this because God knows what that smells like in there. And we're also going to be working this as a giant money candle. Bring in money, bring in jobs, bring in everything. This is also meant to bring in money and bring in jobs. So this is more for jobs and getting hired, and this is just, you know, let's bring in some money, right? We're gonna have 2 of these going at the same time. Now, I'm exhausted, Tubies. It's been a long day. I haven't done anything, but it's been a long day. So until the next video, when we will deal with part 2 of this, which is the part where we work with Boone and we conjure up Boone and we drink some tequila and we have some fun and we deal with that, okay? Because the oil of the dead takes 3 days to do. So, again, hope you learned something. I should go now because I'm hungry and I'm just rambling and I love you. Okay, bye.